Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Adda online classes. And if you didn't yet subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe and hit the like button for this video for more videos. And as part of our Zero to Hero free course on a business statistics, measures of central tendency part 1 we have done. This is the part number 2. That is, we have done in the part 1 arithmetic mean we have completed. The lecture number 5. In this lecture, we are going to see mainly just a small video. It is geometric mean we are going to do. Geometric mean, which is one of the measures of central tendency. Right? Now what you have to do, hit the like button, kindly share it to your friends, comment if you have any doubts, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more latest updates. Hello, let us discuss what do you mean by geometric mean. What do you mean by geometric mean? With the arithmetic mean we have a problem. With the arithmetic mean we have a problem. We can find only an average number, but we can't identify the rate of change. We can't identify the rate of change from one observation to another observation, or else 1 year to another period. Average amount we can identify, or else average we can identify, but we can't in a position to observe the change over a period of time. So here we have, in this situation where we needed data relating to a rate of change with respect to a period of time, we deal with the quantities that change over a period of time in the geometric mean. Those problem is going to be answered by the geometric mean. Which problem? The rate of change in various period of times we can easily identify by using a geometric mean. We may be interested to know the average rate of change. Not only just finding out the average, the rate of change also we are able to find out with the help of a geometric mean. It is a simple arithmetic mean is not suitable. In this case, simple arithmetic mean is not suitable and we have to resort to a geometric mean. How the computation will be there in the geometric mean? Only simple 2 to 3 points, then entire video gets ended. Computation, like other averages, computation procedure for the geometric mean is different for a grouped data and ungrouped data. In arithmetic mean also we have a grouped data, that is individual series, ungrouped data, that is a continuous discrete series we have. Let us discuss those one. First, ungrouped data, that is individual series. Ungrouped data, individual series. When two items are there, we call it as a root, square root. When 3 items are there, we call it as a cube root. In the same way, when n items are there, then we call it as an nth root. So geometric means simple observations are given and they are asking us to find out the geometric mean. In such case, the formula will be geometric mean is equal to nth root of number of observations multiplication. Done. Like if you can see that if there are 2 items in the data series, square root of the product of these 2 items is called as a geometric mean. If 3 items are there, cube root of the product of these given observation is called as a geometric mean. If n observations are given, product of n number of observations is and nth root of product of n number of observation is called as a geometric mean. Simply the formula can be looking like this: nth root of x1 comma x2 comma xn, so on so on so on, xn will be there now. So let us take one example. If at all we are asking us to find out 4, 8 and 16, 3 numbers are given. If 3 items are there, then what is the case? A cube root of product of those items, that is 4 into 8 into 16, which will be equal to under root of 518. Cube root of 518 is equal to 8 is the geometric mean. So this is what the rate of change that we identified in the individual group series or else ungrouped data. So in case of a grouped data, there are 2 things, that is discrete series and continuous series. Grouped data is nothing but a series of observations are given and with a discrete and continuous will be given. Like we have to compute a mean for geometric mean for the ungrouped data also. The same way how we calculated ungrouped data, in the same way we are going to calculate, but some small change will be there. We will discuss about a grouped data. See, grouped data can be in the form of either discrete series or continuous series. We have to follow different procedure for discrete and different procedure for the continuous also. First, if we take discrete series data is a grouped data in the form of a frequency distribution. Here one other thing, other than the items called as an x, frequency also given in the question. So same formula that we can use, x and x1, x2, x3, the xn are called as an values which are given in the question, and f1, f2, fn, these are called as an frequencies given in the question. Summation of all frequencies is called as an summation f. It is represented by summation f. So in this case, discrete geometric mean and group data. Discrete geometric mean group data when it is given. The geometric mean formula is equal to nth root of x1 power f1, x2 power f2, so on, xn power fn. How to identify? Let us take one example, simple example. This is the x, marks is given and the frequency is given, number of students, marks and number of students. See, those who got 5 marks, 5 number of students are there, 15 marks and 7 number of students are there, 25 marks, 15 number, like that they have given. Now we should identify the geometric mean. How to identify the geometric mean? First, what is the formula? Nth root of x1 power ef1, x2 power multiplication, x2 power ef2. Like that we need to identify xn power efn. What is the frequency? Total frequency. Summation f is equal to, if we can observe, 25 plus 8, 25 plus 15, how much? 40, 45, 45. I think it's coming around 60. Summation f is equal to 60. Now it is the 68th root of this observation. 68th root of x is how much? 5. 5 power 5. f1 is 5 and into what is the x2? x2 15, x2 15 and f2 7 power 7. x3 25, f3 15, 25 power 15 into 25 power 35 power 25 into 45 power 8. So if we can do the multiplication, then we will get an answer. I don't want to give the exact number, but the final answer that you can calculate, because this type of calculation will not be given in our exam. Just how to calculate, that idea I'm trying to give you. Final answer will be 25.63. Yes, 25.63 marks are the geometric mean over here. 25.63. The final answer. This is what discrete series. Here frequencies will be involved. Other than the difference between the individual series and discrete and grouped data and grouped data discrete is only frequencies are the differences, and the power of frequencies will be there in this. Next, continuous series, if you go through, the only change in the earlier formula of geometric mean is that you should replace x by m, called as a mid value. Here we need to identify the mid value, because continuous series will be looking like this. Class intervals will be given, right? Class intervals will be given, the data will be in a continuous way, and frequencies are given, data will be there. Only up to here question it is. Up to here only this much is given. Now what you need to do, from the given size of the population or from the given following data of class intervals, you need to identify the midpoint. What is the midpoint for 7.5 to 10.5? If we can divided by 2, 7.5 plus 10.5 divided by 2, that is 18 divided by 2, 9. Like that, if we can easily identify the mid value for all the observation. 10.5 plus 13.5 divided by 2, 12. 13.5 plus 16.5 divided by 2, 15. All the midpoints that you got. The midpoint that you got is called as an ex now, and the frequency is ef, which is given. What you need to do, we know how to do. When x and f is available, the same as discrete. Nth root of, that is sigma f, sigma frequency, that the total you can easily identify. That frequency under root and x power f. You need to do the multiplication in the same way. I hope you understood how to calculate it, right? This is what continuous series. Continuous series midpoint value we should identify. See, they don't have any scope to ask the problematic part, but they have a scope to ask the theoretical part. Midpoint will be there in which type of geometric mean calculation? Continuous series. Like this question can be asked. Possibility is there in the statements. Next, third one is important point, properties of the geometric mean. We have discussed the properties with the proof for the arithmetic mean. Now the properties of geometric mean is only two important properties are there. The important properties, if you look at if all the values are constant, that is k, then the geometric mean also will be k. Like observations are like this, 5, 5, 5, 5, like that. All observations are given values are constant in nature. Then obviously geometric mean also constant in nature. Next, second property is a geometric mean of the xy is equal geometric mean of x into geometric mean of y. How? See, there are x observations are given and y observations are given. y observations are given. And if you can see, they are saying geometric mean of xy is equal geometric mean of x into geometric mean of y. First we'll identify the geometric mean of x. Geometric mean of x is equal to how much? See, there are three numbers are given. That is cube root into cube root of 3 into 9 into 1. That is 27 whole power 1 by 3, which is equal to 3, right? Next, geometric mean of y is equal this is also three numbers are given, three numbers, that is cube root of 8 into 4 into 2, 8 into 4 into 2, 8 4s are into 2s are 64 whole power 1 by 3. Then you will get total as an 4, final answer. This is gm of x, and gm of x we identified as an 3, and gm of y we identified as an 4. This is 3 and this is 4, x and y. Now we need to identify the x into y gm also. X into y means 3 8s are 24, 9 4s are 36, and 1 2s are 2. xy we got, but this geometric mean of the xy we needed. Like if we can identify gm of xy is equal to cube root of, three numbers are there, cube root of 24 into 36 into 2, 24 into 36 to 2. After doing a calculation, you will get 1728 whole power 1 by 3, then the final value will become 12. This is a geometric mean of the xy. Now if you go back and see, geometric mean of the x is how much? They are saying what the property is saying. Let me put it over here only. Property saying geometric mean of xy, which is equal to 12, that we got, is equal. What is the geometric mean of x? 3. What is the geometric mean of y? 4. Both are equal or not? 12 is equal to 3 into 4. 3 into 4 is also 12, right? This is what properties, two important properties of the geometric mean. I hope you understood. This is geometric mean video. Next, if at all you wanted to join in Academy Plus, there are upcoming courses for the paper 1. Excellence batch course is going to start, and ultimate people and environment course is also going to start. Economics capsule course is going to start in an Academy Plus in the July month. And if at all you wanted to take an Academy Plus subscription, one subscription which will be giving an access to paper 1 all live sessions, paper 2 all educator all live sessions. So these are the various plans are available, 1 month, 3 months, and respective prices after discounts is there. If at all you are using my code, you will get not only just 10% discount, you will also get all paper 1 topic wise PYQs with explanation, 49 PDFs covering 2000 PYQs, and all paper 1 single liner PDFs, full commerce study material that you are going to get if you are taking 3 or above the 3 months subscription. And if you are taking only 1 month subscription, any of the 3 following benefit with, and also 10% discount as well as this benefit that you are going to get. Oh, any one only. If you take 1 month, any one that you will get. If you take 3 or more than 3 months, then you will get all the 3 PDF which I gave over here. And you can contact me on this WhatsApp number. That our WhatsApp number is this is 9663644708, and the links are there in the description. You can follow me in an Academy Learning App, and don't forget to join in my Telegram group. The Telegram group is given below. The link is given below. The follow an Academy Learning App link, my profile link also been given. You can follow for both. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 12 PM, my special free classes will be there in the Unacademy. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.